Trump's call for interest rate cuts, market skepticism. President Donald Trump's recent call for lower interest rates has met with skepticism from investors and economists. This presentation explores the tension between Trump's economic policies, market reactions, and the Federal Reserve's stance on inflation and interest rates. We'll examine the implications for consumers, businesses, and the broader economy. Trump's economic vision versus market reality. Trump's call. Interest rates should be lowered, something which would go hand in hand with upcoming tariffs. Let's rock and roll, America. Trump on Truth Social. Market response. Investors reacted differently to the January inflation report, with stocks tumbling and borrowing costs climbing, reflecting expectations of higher interest rates for longer. Inflation report and Federal Reserve expectations. January. Inflation. Inflation for January came in above forecasts, reinforcing the Fed's inclination to maintain higher interest rates. Market predictions. Probability of the Fed holding current interest rate levels through 2025 rose from 20% to 29%. Economist outlook. Expectations of fewer rate cuts, with some suggesting the possibility of rate increases. Impact on consumers and businesses. Credit cards, continuation of high credit card rates for consumers. Auto loans, elevated costs for auto financing. Mortgages, mortgage rates remain indirectly tied to Fed set rates, staying high. Business investment, more expensive borrowing and investment for businesses. The tariff dilemma. Trump's tariff plan aims to extract concessions and raise revenues based on the belief that trade deficit indicates weakness. Inflation risk tariffs may exacerbate inflation as importers pass costs to consumers. Fed's challenge balancing act between addressing inflation and responding to economic uncertainty from trade policies. Federal Reserve's stance, current view, Fed Chair Jerome Powell, inflation remains somewhat elevated. Policy approach, reluctance to cut interest rates to counteract inflation. Future considerations, monitoring tariff impacts and economic evolution before making policy decisions. Trump administration's economic strategy. Tariff implementation. Imposing tariffs on imports to address trade deficit concerns. Inflation management. Seeking to address price increases by lowering aggregate demand. Labor market. Potentially weakening the job market to control inflation. Expectations. Management. Dialing back expectations for immediate price reductions. Challenges and outlook. Policy conflicts. Tension between tariff implementation and inflation control objectives. Economic uncertainty. Potential for market volatility and consumer impact as policies unfold. Long-term effects. Questions about the sustainability and effectiveness of current economic strategies.